Hey guys, it's Coach Sarah here. As you can see, I don't know if you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest. I have tons of different social media aspects out there. And honestly, what I do is obviously I'm a coach for Beachbody. I am completely proud of being a coach for Beachbody. It has changed my life. So what I wanted to share with you guys today is my story throughout Beachbody and my fitness and health. Um, I tried to put it with pictures in like a slideshow, but I am not tech savvy at all. So hopefully, when my husband gets back, I can have him help me. He calls me an old lady because I have no clue how cell phones work or anything. But so I wanted to share you with the story of what I do have. Um, Back when I was younger, I've always, struggled with my weight. Even I can recall when I was in third grade, I was heavier than most of the kids. Um, I was picked on a lot. All kids, they can be cruel at sometimes, and it sucked when I was younger because I was always the person that they always had to pick on. I was always told that I was smelled or was too big or I couldn't do anything because of my weight. So it was definitely hard, especially as a child, growing up and having those thoughts put into your brain. I definitely had problems with my self-confidence. And as my elementary school days went on, it was horrible. I had a good childhood because I had good family, but I had a bad childhood because I didn't fit in with the other kids. Um, what I'm going to share with you next is something that is so dear to my heart that I it wasn't until like this past year that I shared my story, and I don't like sharing my story, but I do wish to help someone and give them hope and inspiration to know that they're not in this alone, that there's other people out there that can help you. If it's not a Beachbody coach, and it's going to be someone out there, so never give up on yourself. um, I have butterflies for sharing this, but when I was younger, I had my childhood stolen from me, and I say it like that because it's exactly how it sounds. Um, I was molested as a child, and it went on for a few years, and I never said anything. I just pretended that it wasn't true, that it would go away. And as a child, that kind of messes up a lot. It messes up how you think, how you talk to people. It messes up your social game. It just messes up with a whole bunch of different thoughts. And as a child, as when I was growing up, I didn't understand why I was so different compared to other people. So I finally, did say something, and I got what I needed. I had all the help that I needed, which is perfect. I had all, 100% support from my family. But as time went on, I felt different. I had to keep this huge secret at 8 or 9 year old, and I just felt like there was something red, like pasted on my forehead that showed people that I was different. Um, so I went through, middle school, elementary school, high school, feeling alone, depressed, and sad. Um, I remember my senior year of high school, I was laying in bed, just having an anxiety attack, crying, being miserable, and wanting to end my life. I I remember the fear in my eyes, and the fear that I just didn't want to be in pain any longer. And my weight was out of control at that time. I weighed 230 pounds in high school. I had no friends. I was severely depressed, and you couldn't tell because I was trying to keep a smile on my face. I knew that I needed to do something. So in that moment of me laying in my bed, crying, wanting to end my life, just in that, few seconds, something snapped inside my head, and I realized that I couldn't go through with it. I couldn't be selfish to leave the burden of having my parents lose a child and have them blame themselves. I couldn't let that happen. So I decided that night, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had school the next day, that I'm not going to let anyone bring me down. I suckered it up, through high school, and just kept telling myself throughout all the teasing, all the bullying, kept telling myself that there is going to be a time in my life that it's going to be meant for me. That there's going to be a certain time and a certain place that I'm going to find myself, and I'm going to feel like I always thought I knew I would feel like. I would feel beautiful and strong and helpful, and I just had the biggest heart in the world. I had to believe in it myself. So I was going into college my freshman year, and I suffered another almost rape attempt, and it took a lot of me to not break down and just end my life right then and there. Not only did it happen once when I was a child in a different circumstance, but it happened again. I could not let this happen. I stood up for myself, and I got out of that situation. I'm a survivor, not once, but twice. I'm a survivor of twice. And you know how big that is for me? But yet I couldn't share with anyone because I didn't feel like it was my place to share. I didn't want people to look at me differently. So at that moment, when I was going into college, I told myself that it's going to get better. Things are going to change, and I'm going to make it change. I started working out when I started to attend my college. I wanted to do something. I wanted to feel better. I did not care at that moment about the people around me. I wanted to focus on me. So I did. I lost weight. I became happier. I joined a sorority to become, to have more friends, to be happy, to get my, just to get out there and have fun, be happy. I just wanted something different. I didn't want to be that depressed teenager anymore. So I did, and within a year, I actually found my husband, and he was the very first person that I could tell all my secrets to. He was the first person that didn't judge me, that didn't make fun of me, that didn't think that I was, pulling for attention or whatever the people think. He was the first person that I just let everything go. And to find someone like that is just an incredible feeling. Without him, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. I wouldn't be the coach that I am today. I wouldn't be the wife, the sister, the mother. Oh, I'm not a mother, but I'm a puppy mother. I wouldn't be that woman that I am today without him. He makes me want to be a better person. He saved me from my depression, and I can't be more thankful than I am today. So we ended up getting married. Shortly after, I'm kind of, bam, 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 and that's just how life works. Sometimes you have to expect the unexpected. I didn't expect myself to get married. I actually thought I would, bury myself into work and become this successful woman and, just not let anyone get me down. But you know what? Things changed, and I got married. I'm happily loved. So we moved across the nation. We went to Washington, where Seattle is. And as soon as that move happened, I knew who I was as a person. Everything changed. Everything just changed. My outlook of life, my self-esteem, everything just got lifted. And I can't feel happier. So, to go into the Beachbody, how I found Beachbody was actually a funny story. My brother gave me P90X when my husband deployed to Afghanistan. I lost 40 pounds with P90X the first round, and ever since then, things kind of went up from there. I did P90X, Turbo Fire. I did end up gaining a little bit when my husband came back because I'm such a foodie. I love restaurants and just eating. I mean, who doesn't love to eat? I love eating. So I gained back most of the weight that I lost with P90X, but I lost more weight as I filled my head with knowledge and everything. So I'm right now down 60 pounds. I feel amazing. The best thing about my life right now are a few things. You know, my husband is definitely my number one. He changed my whole life around. Number two is the decision to be a coach for Beachbody. And when I say that is because two things have helped me change my life, and it's those two things, my husband and Beachbody. I've never felt more alive than I have ever felt before until Beachbody came into my life. Beachbody, not only is it a great business, but the programs that they put out gives you such inspiration. You know, it's so hard to find that one thing that you're so passionate about. I went to school for almost 5 years trying to figure out my passion, and I still never found it. It was when my brother handed me P90X that's when I realized that this is it. I want to inspire people. I want to show people that they can do it. That no matter where, no matter what walk of life you come from, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. You talk positive to yourself. Never talk negative. Always tell yourself that you're beautiful and that you can do it. You can see my dog. Because it's true. I've been in your shoes. I weighed 240 pounds before I lost my 60 pounds. And I'm still going. Because honestly, once you find that passion, you will stop nowhere at any time. You will just keep going, have your railroad keep going, soar, whatever it is. You know, soar through the sky. Whatever it is, you just put your mind to it and you can accomplish it. You know, like I said, I'm a survivor of 2 sexual abuse cases. Who can say that they survived twice and still be so uplifted and motivated and just want to do better and help other people? I forgive the people that have messed up my life, that have made me miserable throughout my childhood. You know what? I forgive them because they have put me into the future that I have been today. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am, even if there was so negative cases. And I use that because I want people to know that no matter where you are, you can do anything. I hope that this has inspired you in some kind of way. I know I rant a lot and sometimes I'm not the best speaker, but my whole thing is I just want you to have hope. I want you to know that I am here for you and I believe in you. Message me if you have any questions. I'm on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. You can email me at skt1225@comcast.net. You know, I'll leave all my information below. But what I'm trying to say to you is don't be afraid to take the next step because that next step will get you to your future. Don't let your past keep you from your future. You can be happy. And I know you can be happy. You just have to believe and you can be happy. Have a wonderful day, guys, and I hope this helped a little bit.